Hi and welcome to my Monday blog. Today I want to do like a lesson blog. So here's what I need from all those of you golfers out there that have got the Ben Hogan book, The 5 Fundamentals. Take a few seconds and grab it, and then I want you to turn to page 73. I want to give you a lesson on the pivot. You know, I want to give credit to all the guys that have come before us because I really sincerely believe that the old guys had it much more figured out than the new guys do. I really do believe that. I think they were more sincere in their teaching. They were doing it for all the right reasons. Not sure all the new guys are doing it. Too much money involved nowadays, and I think we got to get back to the old time teaching. Way too many people using too many cameras and trying to dazzle you with their camera work as opposed to actually physically teaching the golf swing. The Ben Hogan book is something that I've had forever, but only about 3 years ago I really opened it up and I really caught the genius of the book. Now when I say the genius of the book, the drawings are phenomenal, best I've ever seen, but they don't match the words. And here's my contention. I believe that I can better give the correct words to the pictures than you've ever had before. What I've got here is I've really put out like page 73 on a little chart to help you with this. Now this chart is really showing the idea of the pivot. In all of the teaching of golf, there's no way I or anybody else can give you one segment of the swing and guarantee it's going to help you. The reason why is the swing is your club, your hands, and your arms. That's your golf swing. The pivot is your body. If the pivot's bad, the swing could be great, but the ball will go bad. If the pivot is great, but the swing is bad, you get where I'm going. So we need them all put together. So all I'm going to do today is show you about what Ben Hogan put in his book years and years and years ago about the pivot. I want to point out to you what I believe, or where I think we as golfers have been misled, misunderstood. I'm going to point out to things that you've probably never seen before, and you should hope I do, because here's your deal. You do not want to buy into the understanding that you know what to do, you just can't do it. You don't want to buy that one. What you do want to buy into is, I was never told that. And I think there's going to be 95% of you have never been told what I'm going to tell you right now. In the future, I want to redo Hogan's book. I wanted to redo the Golf Machines book. And I'm hoping that you can buy into that you really like my explanations. I also want you to buy into that because of YouTube and because of my online academy, I don't even attempt to hurry. I don't have to hurry, don't want to hurry, don't need to hurry. Let's just take our time and get it right. So page 73, Dean, if you can show this. I'm going to contend that everybody that's a real... sorry, I shouldn't really say that. That's not fair. But everybody that's got Hogan's book, I'll almost guarantee you that you've looked at these pictures and never really got them. And the pictures are absolutely brilliant. The first thing I want to show you is that there's something really kind of funny about these pictures, isn't there? Because they're not round. They're not circular. And they all pivot around, let's say, the left axis. I totally buy that. I totally agree. The center of the golf swing is not my sternum. It's not the center of me. It's my left shoulder joint and let's say my left hip joint, but not as much. But it is. That changes everything. With a little bit of understanding about this, you can now understand how the golf ball's hit on the downswing. That compression is made, the ball's hit first and then the ground. I don't understand how us golfers can understand how you can make a divot after impact if we think the middle of our golf swing is our sternum. Okay, now, that said, if you go to my online academy, I could give you a half-hour explanation of just that one term, and you should take it. It's huge. Without the understanding of what I'm showing you here and what I'm about to explain to you, you can't create or maintain a lot of lag pressure, therefore hit the golf ball far. I totally hope and suspect that I'm going to make a few people angry today, because how many hours they've been trying to swing around their center. Swing around their center. Well, this isn't your center. This is your center. This is the move I make. This is what allows me to retain my lag pressure through the golf ball. If I swing around my center, I can't do it. Therefore, fat shots, thin shots, and shots that don't go very far. If you really feel inadequate hitting the golf ball into the air or into the wind, you really need to listen to this. Here's my deal, given the time frame that I've given today. My left shoulder joint is the axis of my golf swing. My golf swing goes back up and in instantly and simultaneously. It does not go low and away. I do not try to shift my weight onto my back foot. My weight distribution changes because of the way I pivot. It's a whole new way of looking at things. Now again, the brilliance of some of these pictures, I want to bring a little bit more to life today than you've had before. On my backswing, my right hip is moving backwards, upwards. My left hip is moving forwards and downwards. It's not going, here's my impression. I believe that we've been taught that it just goes kind of level and turns. Not true, not true. On my backswing, my left hip goes, my right hip goes back and up. So my golf swing goes back and up. My left hip is forwards and downwards. On my forwards motion, I have a lateral motion forwards, which allows me to maintain my lag pressure that allows me to hit the golf ball down and far. In the past, I think a lot of teachers would be very reluctant to teach you this in a time frame. My opinion of golf instruction has been, let's give the people as much as we can, as fast as we can. And then if it doesn't work, we can tell them it's their fault. Or I want to change that whole world. I want to change the whole way things are done. No. The instructors have to give you the correct information. They have to give you a logical way to practice it. And then they have to monitor how you go practice it. With my online academy and with YouTube, I can keep you surrounded with the correct information, the correct images of how to do it. No excuse from my part. All I need you to do is relax, take your time, learn a piece of the motion at a time. Make it make sense to you. Your biggest weaponry in learning to lower your scores and improve your golf swing is your knowledge. Not how much time you spend, it's your knowledge. I want to change the way you see the golf swing forever and then show you how to practice it that you're maximizing your time. The pivot is huge. The swing is the easiest part of the entire motion. We have been duped into believing everything's about the swing and nobody's really teaching the pivot. Well, they're not teaching it because they think they got it. You shift your weight under your back foot and you turn. Not true. Not true at all. This is my pivot point. That's my pivot point. My left hip goes down and forwards. My right hip goes back and up. I lean onto the golf ball. My hands stay backwards. I maintain my lag pressure. I compress the golf ball. I make a divot after impact. Ball goes farther. That's a start. I'm going to do the whole book. I hope you join me. I hope it intrigues you enough to go, whoa, that was different. I think I'll join and hear more. Hope that happens. Hope you enjoyed this lesson or a blog lesson. Thanks.